Marhaban bil Jamia. Hi everyone, this is Moizuddin Oladmeji and welcome to tonight's class. In the last class, we discussed quite extensively the various forms that each of the letters of the Arabic alphabet could take on. We categorized all of those forms into two broadly, which were the isolated form and the connected form. And I explained that the connected form could also be further classified into three, depending on the position of the letter of concern within a particular word. We said it's either it's in an initial form when it's appearing at the beginning of the word, or a medial form when it's in the middle of a word, or if in a final form when it's at the end of the word. So we explored all of these various forms for all of the letters. Alhamdulillah, we were able to cover it in the last video. So the isolated form, we already covered those ones from lesson 5 to 12. So in this class now, we want to actually evaluate our understanding of these various forms of Arabic letters. So let's start with what we have on the board. What we have on the screen right now isn't an Arabic word or sentence. Rather, it's just a collection of different letters so as to test and assess our ability to identify each of these letters in their various forms. So let's start with the first one. Remember, we're reading from right to left here. So the first one here, this is Alif. Okay, Alif. And I'll also implore you can pause the video right now and try it. So you can attempt identifying them, and then you resume the video to check if you've actually done the right thing. So the first one here is Alif. Then the next one, this is the letter I said could be mistaken with Alif because it looks quite like Alif, but in this case now, for the fact that Alif doesn't join with the letter next to it, it is only Lam that can do that. So this is Lam. All right. Then we have this. Once you have this shape with one dot underneath, it's no other letter other than Ba. The next one here, this like similar shape where you have one dot on top, that is Nun. If you have that kind of shape with two dots on top, it is Ta. That shape, two dots underneath, yeah, three dots above, Tha. So remember, we are looking at this kind of just a one-time curvy shape. So Ba here, Nun here, Ta here, Ya, and Tha. Now we have these two strong-headed letters. So we have Ain and we have Gain. And I said Gain most especially should not be mistaken with Fa, because in the case of Fa, Fa also has a round head with a dot. However, in the case of Fa, there is an opening there in that shape. In this case now, we have just a deeply bolded head. So that is Ain if it's bearing no dot, Gain if it has a dot. Here we have Sod. I don't think Sod should be a difficult letter to identify. Then we have a letter next to it. This letter now, you're probably thinking, is it an Alif or a Lam? If it was a Lam, considering the fact that it's not joined with this word, this letter, next letter here, it would have been a curvy. It would have retained that its curvy shape on that, that's an umbrella handle kind of shape. But in this case now we have Alif joined with the letter before it, but it's not connected to the letter after it. That is Alif. All right. Then we have Dod. We have Lam, not Alif, because Lam is that letter that can join on both ends. So this is Lam, and this is Ha. This is Ha. Ha. So if there were two dots on top of this letter, it would have been Ta. But in this case, that is Ha because it has no dots. Then we have Dal. Now we've identified this kind of letter before here, just Ba. So it's the same thing, Ba. I believe you're familiar with this now already. Lam. Then next one, To. Then Dal. Then Zo. then raw, then sin, then this one. If you have raw like this, then xi is just the one with the dots. Here now, this particular letter should not be mistaken with this. This is tha, but in this case, you have a shape looking like a W before the 3 dots. That is shin. This is shin. This is tha. And we have lam. I believe you know that already. And here, this is, if you're having this greater than sign, just think of 3 letters, jim, ha, and kha. Then you consider, is it having a dot? If no, that is ha. If yes, where is the dot? If below, that is jim. If it is above, that is ha. So in this case now we have ha, ha. The one I said you pronounce like as if you're whispering it. Ha. Then this is jim and ha. Now you know this one already, just the same letter here. This is ya, then ta, nun, ba, shin or tha, w, so that is shin, and this one tha, then fa, then qaf. So fa and qaf, they have the same shape here when they in their medial form like this, but fa has 1 dot, qaf has 2 dots. And we have mim. You wanted to say her, it is not her. If it was her, this is exactly how it would look like, and that's the reason why we've kept the her right beside the mim. So this is mim, this is her, a medial form of her, and then here we have ta. So this ta now, it's comparable with this one. You know, I said this one was her because it doesn't have 2 dots, but this one has the 2 dots, so that makes it ta. All right. So here we have all of the solutions here, so you can go over it and try it again. See you guys in the next video. Assalamu alaikum.